Okay, here's the problem. I've got this beautiful picture of my baby asleep on the couch, and I want to use the snipping tool and take it into Microsoft Word and paste it, but I'm full scale on this window, so I want to downsize the window. How do I do that? In every window there are three buttons. The first one is minimize, that's the flat line. That means it will collapse the whole window, will go back down on the start. I think all of us are kind of familiar with that one. The middle one might be a little bit more confusing. Maximize means bringing it up to the whole height and width of the screen. So right now it means that I'm able to change the size and shape of this window. I'll get back to that in just a sec. The X means I'm going to absolutely close the window, and if I did that I would lose the beautiful picture of my baby. Okay, so here we go. Rule number one. It's great if I know that that's going to be able to resize, but how do I resize it? How do I move things around? I need to grab near the top of any screen. There's something called a title bar. This is where you would click, hold, and drag on that to move it around. I'm doing this so I could see it a little bit better. Now, if I'm in this, what we call maximize, because that means if I click on it now, it's going to take up the whole screen. So now that it's workable in this view, I'm going to move it around to the edge. And on the very edges, when I get this two arrows, one on either side, that means I can shrink. Click, hold, and drag, and shrink it down, and then move it around. So here I am, moving this, moving this. I'm going to pop it over to one side, and I know I have Microsoft Word already open here. So I clicked Microsoft Word open, and look at that. It has the full box. Let me just click on Maximize for a second to show you what happens. And it's boom. It's on the full screen, and let's do it again. Up here, this looks like two little windows. And when I hover over it, it says Restore Down. So I'm going to click on Restore Down. Then again, I'm going to grab at the top of any of these windows is where I have to grab to move it around. Then I can also resize by grabbing the sides or at the very top, pull that up, or at the very bottom. And there I am with resizing the other side. So essentially you could have a bunch of windows open if you didn't want to forget what you were doing over here, or if you were copying something from an email into Word or whatever you decide to do. Bring up my... Okay, so let's explore this one more time here, this middle one, which says maximize. That means if I click on it now, where it's in the restore mode, if I click on it, it's going to maximize. So let's do that so that you can see what it looks like in the full window. If you hover up here, you see two windows, one on top of the other. And if I click on that, it's going to restore down to the size it was before. Now you can see, again, I have to drag any window by the top bar, and I can resize height and width this way. I can resize side to side this way. I can grab the bottom and pull it down a little bit. I can grab the top. So as long as I wait till I get that symbol of arrows, then I can click, hold, and drag. So this allows me to manipulate this. So now I can see my baby over here to the left, and I want to put it into my Word doc over here, but let me take out, I'll select and delete that. And I need my snipping tool, so I'm going to bring that back into view. And when it came in, it's got its own little box. I'll move that around, and I can resize that, same as I can anything else. And I'm going to click New to do a new snip. Select my baby. And then I will just move this over here, copy. Come into Microsoft Word and right click, paste, and there's my baby. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this.